up, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Mr. Movie Review Tuesday. And today I'm going to be doing a countdown of my top 5 favorite Halloween movies. Now, I don't want to confuse anyone. I'm not talking about the Chop Chop Stab Stab Michael Myers Halloween franchise. That will get its own show on my other show,
Franchise Film Review Fridays.
Okay, so let's get started. Number 5.
How about a bumper sandwich, booger lips?
So, with Ernest Scared Stupid, I don't know how many people really like this. A lot of people might think it's cheesy, but I thought it was tremendously funny. It's actually one of the funniest Ernest movies. I didn't really like the majority of them. Ernest Goes to Jail, Ernest Saves Christmas, Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Scared Stupid. Those were all good. They had a few other ones. I didn't care for them. But back to Ernest Scared Stupid. This one, a lot of people actually trashed. They said it was just too cheesy, too corny. I don't care what to say. I like it. It was a good movie for what it was. I mean, it's, Jim Varney as Ernest P. Worrell. What are you expecting? Oscar-worthy performances? No, it's going to be goofy. And it's a good little family movie to watch around Halloween. And now on to number 4.
You should be loyal to your heroes. Make it turn on you.
Okay, this is one of those movies that you watch as, when you're a kid. It's one of those B-horror movies, and you watch it later in life, but it's still actually good. Now, a problem I've encountered here a lot lately with, going back and watching some of the movies I watched as a kid and watching them now as an adult is that they suck, especially the B-horror movies. And that's excuse me, that's horrible to say, but it's true. I recently did a film review of a movie called Demons that I remember watching when I was like 7 years old. I watched it, about a week or so ago, and it was absolute garbage. It was just bad acting. Excuse me. But anyway, this movie stars Mark Price, and Gene Simmons and Ozzy Osbourne. They make guest appearances in it. Oddly enough, Ozzy plays a preacher who is condemning heavy metal music, if you can believe it. He ends up getting killed, though. Spoiler alert. But anyway, I'll put a link to the trailer in the description bar down below. You can go check out the trailer and make your own decision, but it is a pretty good movie for something that came out of the 80s. If you like horror movies and you like the 80s heavy metal scene, you'll definitely love this movie, because they do a great combination of the two, and the soundtrack to it was from a band called Fastway. One of their songs is performed in its entirety at the Halloween dance. Like I said, overall, good movie. Go check this one out. Now we're on to number 3.
Always check your candy.
Not to be confused with number 4, where it was Trick or Treat. This one's actually called Trick or Treat. This one has 4 separate stories that are kind of interwoven together. They kind of intermingle, but each story individually is really good. But you can also see in certain scenes how they kind of tie into other stories. I think one of my favorite stories on this whole thing is probably the one that centers around Anna Paquin. She plays Little Red Riding Hood. I'll let you make your own assumptions from there. But it's a really good movie. It's called Trick or Treat. There's actually, from what I've been reading, there's plans for a sequel. I hope they do make it, because the first one was awesome. But yeah, like I said, go check that one out as well. Like I said, this is just my opinion. If you have other opinions, if you don't like horror movies, I can completely understand that. Number 2.
It's just a bunch of hocus pocus.
One of my all-time favorite Halloween-themed movies right here. I did a review for it on another Mr. Movie Review Tuesday. I think it was my first retro review. But Hocus Pocus, I have nothing bad to say about this film. Also, another movie that I've heard for about the past year or so that there's rumors of a sequel. The last I heard, Bette, Kathy, and Sarah Jessica Parker were all interested in doing the sequel. I hope that it does the original one justice, because the original one is phenomenal. Go check that out. If you haven't seen it already, once again, shame on you. And you better go see it before Halloween. And this is another one of those movies that's a good sort of family movie to watch together. Unlike, the two previous ones that I listed that were actually horror. And I said that's going to surprise some of you folks watching this video that not all this is on horror. Actually, those are the only 2 horror movies on this list. And finally, for number 1... Now, this movie is... It's not so much based at Halloween or has a Halloween theme. It's just one of those movies that you watch around Halloween. It's it's kind of become a tradition for me to watch this movie. It's one of those movies that my wife actually hates, and she likes horror movies and she likes Halloween, but she really this is the one thing she kind of dreads when Halloween comes around, watching the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And they do have a remake coming out on Fox. I think it's supposed to air October 29th. Now, my issue with this is this is going to be a straight-to-TV movie. So I'm assuming they're going to have to edit a lot of stuff out that was like in the original. So I don't know how well that's going to go. I'll check it out, and I may do a Mr. Movie Review Tuesday for it. But you need to... Don't watch this one with your kids. It's not really what you'd say a horror movie, but it's not kid-friendly or kid-appropriate. So don't watch this with young kids in the room. But, it's sort of one of those goofy musical type things. So you can go check that one out as well, if you haven't seen that one already, which I don't know of too many people on this planet that hasn't seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show. But anyway, if you think I left any movies out, comment in the link down below, or comment, down below. Make sure you thumbs up this video, share and subscribe, and I'll see you later.